It is 4 p.m. We're bringing developing news and the stories behind the headlines. This is Storycon, the Story Conference. I'm Ed Lingao. Some stories we're watching this Thursday, June 12, Independence Day. Speaker Martin Romualdez says he is deeply concerned over the Senate's move to return the articles of impeachment against VP Sara Duterte. He maintains that the House followed the Constitution with 215 members backing the transmittal. Romualdez insists this is not a political exercise, but a constitutional duty the House will continue to uphold.
Decision of the Senate, sitting as an impeachment court, to return the articles of impeachment is deeply concerning. These articles were transmitted by the Chamber in accordance with the Constitution and with the overwhelming support of 215 members who answered the people's call for accountability. The House of Representatives acted not out of haste, but with deliberate care. We followed the law, we honored our mandate, and above all, we stood for what the Filipino people deserve.
Meantime, Senate President Chis Escudero says only the court can determine the effect of the House's move to defer the acceptance of impeachment articles. Escudero clarifies that the Senate has yet to receive formal notice of the deferment, saying all communications should now be through legal pleadings. He adds that the impeachment court will decide how to proceed.
Korte lamang ang pwede makapagsabi ko. Ang balita pa lamang naman yan sa media at wala pa kaming formal na natatanggap. Dalawa ang kautusan ng impeachment court. Hindi lamang yung attestation ng pagtupad doon sa certification sa pagtupad sa one-year ban na provision ng konstitusyon. Pero pati yung attestation na interesado pa rin sila sa pagbubukas ng bagong kongreso na ipursige ang kaso dahil nga doon pa lamang magsisimula ang paglilitis. Nasa July aktual ng paglilitis pero lahat pwedeng magawa ngayon sa ilalim ng 19th Congress. Dahil sa paniniwala ko nga at ng impeachment court na rin dahil sa order na ito itatawid sa 20th Congress.
The House of Representatives has adjourned without ratifying the Senate's 100 peso wage hike bill. Senator Joel Villanueva says the lower house appears to be sabotaging the Senate, warning that they would be to blame if the measure fails to pass in plenary. Senate President Chis Escudero says, or earlier said, that the House version of the bill is unlikely to pass due to time constraints. Meantime, House spokesman Attorney Princess Abante turned the tables on the upper chamber. She says it was the Senate who killed the House's version of a legislated wage hike of 200 pesos. Abante claims senators did not want to sit down and compromise, saying, and we quote, "Binabariya ng Senado ang mga manggagawa." President Bongbong Marcos and VP Sara Duterte joined Filipinos in marking the 127th anniversary of independence. In his statement, the president urged the public to honor the sacrifices of heroes by building a nation worthy of their legacy. Meantime, VP Duterte reminded Filipinos to always defend their freedom and never surrender it to traitors. And joining us today, ang pagbabalik ng ating political heckler na si Tito Ral Llamas. Tchanan! Ayan, di ba?
Hindi ako yung traitor, ha?
Wala ako yung paramdam sa iyo, pero may tanong sa'yo mamaya. Natawa yung kasama natin dyan sa Parañaque. From the Philippine Star, ang editor-in-chief natin si Ami Pamintuan. Ami, kamusta dyan sa Parañaque?
Hi! Happy Independence Day, everybody!
Happy Independence Day. Hindi ka namin makita.
Oh, wala ako sa ano.
Nakapatay
nawala
ako
ako
yung
sa
camera mo.
video.
Nakikita namin pangalan mo. Oh, yan.
Wala ako sa video, iya.
Hindi gusto kong makita kung nakapatadyong ka eh. Nakapatadyong ka ba?
Wala ako.
Ayan na. Di ba? Parehas kami,
Okay na.
Inalaska kasi
Ayan na. Ulit. Happy Independence Day,
Happy
everybody.
Independence Day. Inalaska ako ni Ed eh. Dito ako nakabarong eh.
Hindi ako nang Alaska.
Sabi ko, si Ami hindi nga nakapatadyong.
Ina-Alaska niya ako kanina.
Nakabarong.
Mukha akong Congress. Your Honor, motion to dismiss.
Para kang remanda.
Baka ma-remand ako ng
Oo,
divorce.
baka ma-remand ka, di ba? O baka ka
May bagong
ma-impacto.
term, may bagong term ngayon,
dismissal.
kailangan maghanap na naman ng dictionary. Circumlocutory
Circumlocutory,
compliance.
di ba?
Oo.
It's a very roundabout way of saying paikot-ikot.
Dinidribble, mas madali, ano?
Oo.
The irony of having a circumlocutory word.
Oo. Narinig ko nga
Oo nga
yung sinabi nga ni Senator Risa kabalintunaan. Sabi ko, huli ko narinig yun sa lola ko eh.
Uy, ginagamit ko yun, ha? Kabalintunaan.
Kabalintunaan. Tagal ko lang hindi narinig yun eh.
Ako hindi ko naririnig yun.
Ginagamit
Babasa
ko
ako
yun
ng
sa mga
comics,
script ko.
Kabalintunaan. Yan. Diba?
Ano daw ibig sabihin nun?
Eh, ba,
Magaling
impunity,
naman ako magtagalog.
kawalang hiyaan, gano'n, di ba?
Hindi,
Diba?
kabalintunaan is like, it's parang, in a way, parang irony, parang the turnaround.
Hindi, parang mura yun eh.
Hindi, kabalintunaan.
Pag ginagamit ng lola ko yun eh.
Kita nyo.
Oo.
Kita nyo.
Irony, o yan o, kita mo. Kaya ginagamit ko sa mga story na ang malaking kabalintunaan sa lahat.
At least hindi yan forthwith na isa lang ang ibig sabihin.
Oo nga.
O kaya remand, isa lang ang ibig sabihin ng remand. Dismiss. Sabi nga ni Coco Pimentel.
Functional dismissal daw. Ito. Kabalintunaan.
Yan.
Isang sitwasyon na pahayag na sa unang tingin ay salungat sa lohika, ngunit nagtataglay ng katotohanan o resultang taliwas sa inaasahan. Parang ang irony. Parang,
Hindi,
it looks like this, but it's really...
Kawalang hiyaan nga.
Hindi ito.
Magkaiba ibig sabihin nun.
Yun ang dating sa akin. Kawalang hiyaan.
Magkaiba ibig sabihin nun.
Okay.
So ano nga ba talaga, kuya?
Gusto mo ba pagtalunan pa natin yan, parang forthwith?
Ipasok ang Korte Suprema.
Aakyat pa sa Korte Suprema yan. Oh.
Teka, Tita Ami, may gusto akong tanong kay Ronaldo. Bok, anong balak natin ngayon? Ano? So,
what's next?
What's next?
What's next?
Well, ngayon kasi in limbo yung impeachment. Dahil nga,
Limbo
na-remand. Sabi nga ni Bato, ano pag-uusapan natin? Ni-remand natin, di ba?
Kung ganun,
Tapos sabi ni Chis Escudero kahapon, pwede itong tanggapin o hindi ng 20th Congress. Kasama sila sa 20th Congress, di ba? Yung karamihan doon sa nag-remand. So, medyo na-impress ako ron eh. So, sineset mo yung template para i-reject. Hindi ko naman sinabi na ma-reject. Pero dahil majority nung 19th Congress ay nasa 20th Congress din, di ba? Delikado yun. Pag sinabi mo, dapat sinabi mo kasi, hindi pwedeng i-reject. No? Hindi pwedeng i-reject dahil may continuity eh. No? May continuity dahil siya ay korte. Hindi yung sinasabi ni Francis Tolentino na nagtatapos yan as a Senate. Hindi na nga kayo Senate, korte na kayo. Yun ang sabi ng mga legal luminaries, katulad ni Ed Lingao. No, yan yung mga legal luminaries na sinasabi nila. Pwedeng mag-continue ng korte. May president yan sa Supreme Court, sa Sandigan Bayan. Kahit magpalit yung hukom, magpapatuloy yung kaso. Dahil korte ka na eh. No? Sinasabi ni Francis, hindi, dapat tapos na tayo dahil ang Senado nagtatapos sa 19th Congress. As a Senate, yung legislation nyo, babalik ulit back to zero. Katulad nitong 100 peso wage increase na parehong hindi naprobahan. Gusto ng Congress 200, gusto ng Senate 100. Hindi man na nag-compromise sa 150. Diba? Hindi yun, walang ganansya yung mga manggagawa. So wala kasing compromise. Tapos ngayon, nagsisisihan sila. Sinisisi ni Joel Villanueva ang House. No? Kaya hindi naprobahan. Sinisisi ng House yung Senate. No? Yun ang nangyayari ngayon, sisihan sila. No? Ni-remand nila sa isa't isa.
Pwede bang questionin ng judge yung bakit yung mga senator judge ang nagtatanong ng constitutionality? Isa pa yan, ha?
Tama.
Bakit sila nagtatanong nun?
Actually, Bok, yun yung tanong ko kay Ronald tsaka sa civil society. Kasi at this point, kung saan meron ng...
judge na sila eh.
Tsaka meron ng desisyon na may orders na nilabas ang impeachment court, the Senate impeachment court.
Nagsuot na sila ng robe eh.
I suppose at this point...
Saka may summons na.
At this point, baka actionable na siguro. I mean, it's tama ba? Is it justiciable already by the Supreme Court yung mga issues?
Well, kanya-kanya nga interpretation
It's
yan
already in the Supreme Court.
Kanya-kanyang
yung question na yon is already in the Supreme Court.
The Duterte February 18 motion for certiorari.
Oh, dahil yung dahilan nila para i-remand is the same arguments ni Vice President Sara nung nag-file siya sa Supreme
No,
Court.
but my question is, my question is the order to remand the articles of impeachment to the lower house, is that already questionable with the
Of
Supreme Court?
course, it has no basis in law.
Are there any intentions?
Yeah. Siguro may mga nagpaplano na. Ang problema kasi, usually ang Supreme Court ayaw makialam dyan eh. Usually, katulad itong naka-file sa kanila.
Impeachment yan
Tatlong
eh.
cases yata yung naka-file sa kanila ngayon eh. Hindi, inupuan lang nila.
Yeah, but that was before the court was, the impeachment court was convened eh. Now that it's convened,
Baka mas lalong ayaw makialam ng Supreme Court.
although the Supreme Court has previously ruled on certain things with regard to proceedings ng impeachment. If I remember right nga, even the House rules on impeachment had been questioned successfully before the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court struck some House rules as unconstitutional. So the Supreme Court does intervene on matters of constitutionality and proceedings sa impeachment. It will not intervene as far as rulings on acquittal or dismissal sa impeachment because that's prerogative talaga ng impeachment court. Pero yung procedural aspects at yung constitutionality ng procedures, the Supreme Court has proven to itself
Pwede
that
mong
it can.
i-file yan sa Supreme Court. Halimbawa, meron ba talagang, is there such a thing as remand?
Remanding, yun nga.
Pero magiging mutin academic na yan dahil magbubukas na yung 20th Congress.
Pero July 28
Diba?
pa yun.
Oo.
July 28 pa yun.
Bubukas. Ito nga mga kaso sa Supreme Court sa impeachment, 4 na buwan na eh. Wala silang ginagawa eh.
But yun nga, you can also argue na this is immediate, very immediate. And you can move the Supreme Court to, I suppose, act on it right. Kasi iba yung nag-file ng motion for certiorari ang isang applicant to block something at hindi inaksyonan.
Pero
Yun, ibig sabihin ng Supreme Court na parang hindi kami makikialam diyan kasi in other words,
pero
Ed, sino magpa-file
Pero
sa Supreme
halimbawa,
Court?
Yun ang tanong ko.
yung nag-file sa kanila, so pinang forthwith eh. Apan din yun, immediate din yun eh. Di ba? Ang sabi kasi nila, ito bang forthwith ay 4 months? No? Or
Fifth with or sixth with.
Oo, di ba? So, sige, pwedeng subukan yan, may mag-file, no? Lalo ng mga Pilipino.
Sino magpapaklarify nun? Hindi yung House. Kasi sinasabi ng House,
Hindi, as far as,
meron na silang statement na it's constitutional.
as far as
Pero
they're
sino
concerned.
mag-aakit sa Supreme Court to determine tama ba na ni-remand nyo sa House yun?
anybody
Any
can
taxpayer
file.
siguro?
Anybody can file.
So, kaya ang tanong ko sa inyo, yung civil society ba may balak?
Hindi ako civil society.
Hindi ka civil.
Hindi ako civil eh.
Yung uncivil na lang. Sige, yung uncivil. Yung uncivilized society, may balak
Hindi rin
na.
ako civilized. Tingin ko pinag-aaralan yan. Pinag-aaralan ngayon yan.
So yun ang tanong ko kasi, Bok. Kasi at this point, nagbabatuan sila ng bola eh. Senate, binato sa House. Ang House sabi, we are deferring action on your articles of impeachment. So binalik niya sa Senado.
Pero hindi mo naman kailangan maging legal luminary para malaman. Basahin mo lang yung articles of impeachment.
Malinaw naman yun.
But somebody has to take charge.
Yung Article 11 na ilang beses nang binasa ni Ami, 'di ba, sa konstitusyon. Yung mismong rules ng Senate. Mismong rules nila, wala yun eh.
Of 2011. That's the Senate rules of 2011.
So, sang sako ng gaw-gaw kinuha yun.
Pero yung nga, Bok, ang tanong ko somebody has to take charge and say this is constitutional or
wala
this is
nga in
not.
charge.
So
Yan
who's
ang
going to do
problema
that?
dito.
Beto kung tinutulak mo.
Hindi ako natulak. Nagtatanong ko kung may balak kayo.
Ayan, tulak natin si Atty. Rene Sarmiento. Yan.
Atty. Rene Sarmiento,
Mas learned dyan kaya sa atin. Tayo, mga kulang tayo eh.
Mula sa 1997 Con
Mga pilkon siya, pwede mag-file ng kaso.
Attorney Rene, sir, magandang hapon.
Magandang hapon, Attorney.
Hi, Attorney.
Po sa inyong lahat. Magandang hapon po. And thank you for the honor of inviting me.
Sorry, medyo magulo kami, Attorney.
Sensya na, Attorney.
Ay, okay lang po.
Ito kasi si Ed, tinutulak ako.
Kasi kami,
Ito kasi
Attorney.
si Ed, pinapafile ako eh.
buhay din eh.
Attorney Sarmiento, bahagi ng 87 CONCOM, Constitutional Commission, na bumalangkas ng ating Constitution ngayon. So, we have him
From
here.
the horse's mouth.
Ang kapatid niyan, si Toto Sarmiento, dating inquirer.
Totoy po. po.
Totoy.
Totoy. Hindi na siya mukhang totoy. Okay. Sir, let me start with that. Kasi we're getting so many we've been getting so many opinions, legal opinions as well. Kung tama ba yung remanding o hindi ng Senado. Balik sa Kongreso, ano po inyong punto? What is your point of view?
Ed, balikan po natin ang kasaysayan ng impeachment. Ito po ay galing po sa Estados Unidos, ang kasaysayan nito. So ito po ay nilagay po sa ating saligang batas. At ang purpose po ay political justice para po maging accountable yung public official. If you study po, Ed, yung proseso sa Clinton impeachment case, sa proseso po ng second Trump impeachment case, pagbaybayin po natin yung nangyayari po doon. In the Clinton case, may motion to dismiss na denied by a senator judge is pong Democrat. But it was denied. Binasa pa rin yung decision kung acquittal or conviction. Dito po sa second impeachment trial ni Trump, which is about insurrection. Ang word is incitement to insurrection. At the very beginning, there was a motion to dismiss filed by a Republican this time. Again, it was dismissed because ang sabi ng Senate Majority Floor Leader, si Mitch McConnell, that it has to proceed this impeachment proceeding. Ngayon, using this as historical perspective po, ito po nga nangyari po sa Estados Unidos, po pwede ba ang Senator Judge mag-file ng motion to dismiss? Mukhang po pwede po, mukhang po pwede. Ngayon, as a compromise, naging motion to remand, motion to return. Po pwede ba ito? Again, malaking question mark. Ngayon sa tingin ko po, using this historical narrative sa US na pinanggalingan ng ating impeachment, mukhang po pwede po, mukhang po pwede. But this is very unusual procedure. But ito ang naging decision ng Senado po by a vote of 8-5. Now this is a political trial, this is political justice, an exception to judicial monopoly. But ganoon pa man, ang punto ko po rito, despite these motions, dapat ang guiding principle nila, the sacred constitutional command, is that word forthwith proceed. Ito po ay hindi matatagpuan po sa US Constitution.
Okay.
Mas mahaba po ang ating provision on impeachment kaysa sa kanila. So, while it is true na posible, though unusual, but still dapat the impeachment court has to proceed right away in resolving this case.
Okay. Attorney, if I may, I'm also reading po the statement of PhilConsa, Philippine Constitutional Association, specifically by former Chief Justice Renato Puno. He had several points po that he raised with regard to yung remanding. Sabi niya, baka the Senate is encroaching already on the House power by requiring a certification of compliance, which is actually a prerogative of the House, a sole prerogative of the House. Also, what he calls the circumlocutory delay, yung requiring a new rule not found in the Charter, thus delaying the process. Also, sabi niya, questions of due process and impartiality by raising possible defenses on behalf of the respondent, compromising thereby the impartiality of the judges. So, ang dami niya pong points raised na parang delikado at itong ginawa ng Senado.
Maganda po yung sinabi ni dating Chief Justice Renato Puno. That's why sinabi ko, very unusual procedure po ito. Kasi nga po, hindi pa nasubukan ang prosesong ito. So, although kung susuriin mo, ang hiningi, mere certification lang at any time. Pwede mag-issue ng certification para matuloy na But again, does this encroach sa power ng House of Representatives? Yan po isang big constitutional question, Ed. Kasi never tested pa ho ito Never tested ang issue ito. Remember po na ang impeachment is purely a political trial, a political justice. It is not a civil, a criminal, an administrative procedure, kundi political justice. So, ano nakikita kong compromise sa dalawang nagbabanggaan na sitwasyon na ito? Yung forthwith proceed, which has been my position ever since, at itong motion na nang ginagawa po ng Senado na pwedeng pagbataan yung nangyayari sa US Senate. So, para sa akin po, although painful on my part to admit, certify right away and then proceed.
Pero,
On the issue of one-year ban, kaya naman eh. Yung tungkol naman sa 20th Congress, pwedeng tumawid. Yung Clinton case, tumawid po eh.
Tumawid din.
pero attorney,
105 to 106 Congress, tumawid po eh.
pero attorney,
Opo.
meron kasing context eh.
Okay po.
After more than 4 months, tapos
Okay.
June 2, tapos yung June 2 ginawa mong 11, which is practically
Opo.
the last session day, parang yung remand, parang nagmumukhang sabotage. No? Dahil pag niremand mo, tapos papacertify mo, parang during the last 2 minutes. No? Iba kasi kung i-remand mo at saka ipapacertify mo during the last month. No? So, may ganong klaseng pinanggagalingan yung mga civil society na bumabanat dito. No? Na hindi lang siya, legal.
Maganda po ang puntong yan. Kasi February 5, tapos June 2, mga 4 months na yan. Tapos na-reset to June 11. So kung tutusin, there is, 4 words ko po ang description, there is a delay. Talagang delayed na po eh. So, kaya nga po kung tutuusin itong motion to dismiss, motion to remand, lalo nagpapatagal. But again, if you raise a constitutional issue, dadalhin natin sa taas yan, it will take time. So, and remember that Senate is the sole power to try and decide. So they can raise many motions. Again, ang sinasabi ko lang po, may motion man, the guiding principle should be forthwith, proceed, the sacred constitutional command, dapat po susundin po.
Forthwith proceed.
Attorney, may isa pang tanong kasi
Opo.
hindi nabasa yung yung articles of impeachment kahapon.
Presentation.
Pero ang sabi ni Senate Chief Escudero, dahil na-convict na naman daw yung korte, pwede na kahit hindi basahin, basta na-accept na nung korte, na-convict na-accept na nung pinadala sa kanila ng House, pwede na nilang ipadala yung summons doon sa respondent. Tama ba yung reasoning na yon?
Ito po ang position ko po dyan. Yung articles of impeachment, ito po ay pinadala noong February 5. Tapos kahapon, sila po ay sumumpa, na-convene po ang impeachment court, nagkaroon ng diskusyon, at kinahaponan, nag-issue ng writ of summons ang Senado. Pinapasagot si Sara Duterte. So, ibig sabihin, gumugulong na po ang impeachment process. Hindi pwede sabihin na hindi pa nag-umpisa na po ang ating impeachment process.
Yeah. So hindi kailangan basahin pa yung articles of impeachment. It's just a formality.
Yan po ay rule. A rule can be changed anytime. The fact na nasubmit na po yung articles of impeachment noong February 5, the fact na nag-consult sila ng impeachment court, nag-issue ng writ of summons. So, ibig sabihin, tumatakbo na po ang proseso.
Sinabi ni Senate President kahapon, attorney, na pwedeng i-reject ng 20th Congress yung impeachment, yung sa usapin ng continuity. Sinabi niya yun klaro. Pwedeng tanggapin, pwedeng i-reject. Sa mga sinasabi kasi ng mga ibang mga legal luminaries na hindi pwedeng i-reject dahil as a trial court, as an impeachment court, kailangan tanggapin. So, hindi ba sineset ni Senate President Chis Escudero yung predicate? Parang sinasuggest niya na siya rin ay magiging bahagi ng 20th Congress at majority dito sa nag-remand will be part of the 20th Congress. Di ba sineset yung predicate for a rejection?
Medyo malungkot po ang comment ng ating Senate President na hindi natutulay tatawid sa 20th Congress. Kasi napakalinaw po ng guidance ng ating Korte Suprema po dyan Babanggitan ko po, Pimentel versus Joint Committee of Congress. Ano pong sinasabi? Ang huminto, yung lawmaking. Hindi huminto, yung non-lawmaking, which is impeachment. And that case cited 7 cases of non-lawmaking na tuloy-tuloy po. Now, I will cite 2 cases. Historical po cases. The case of Bill Clinton, na filed 1998, nag-umpisa 1999, from 105 to 106 Congress. Sa case ni Judge John Pickerson, nag-umpisa 7 Congress, tumawid 8 Congress. Wala pong balakid po At itong pinanggagalingan natin impeachment process, ang proseso po sa Estados Unidos. Kaya po yung sinasabi ng ating Senate President, ako po I humbly disagree with the statement of our Senate President.
Attorney, ako po, one more question with regard to dun sa, dun sa yung second order ng Senado, the Senate Impeachment Court, na the 20th Congress has to give an assurance that it is interested in pursuing the impeachment trial in the next Congress. My question is, kasi pinasa na yan in-impeach na siya, pinasa na yan ng 19th Congress, and now you're requiring the 20th Congress to reaffirm its commitment to the trial. Does this not disregard the previous articles of impeachment already initiated and passed by the previous Congress?
That's why sinabi ko, very unusual po yung proseso po na pinagbotohan ng ating senador na 18.5, no? And containing that certification, magsicertify ba ang 20th Congress na tuloy-tuloy sa ang 19th Congress na tuloy-tuloy sa 20th Congress? Very true, ito po ay very unusual procedure. But again, remember that impeachment is a political trial po eh. It's the Senate that has control, no? Ang ating gagawin is bantayan to check whether sila po ay according to the Constitution. But they had voted already 18.5 po
Yes,
eh.
sir.
If you raise that, nako, another delay naman po yan. So napakalinaw po ng guidance ng Supreme Court dyan, ng historical experience sa Estados Unidos. Ito po ay tatawid po eh, from the 19th to 20th Congress.
Opo. And given po yun. But yun nga, yung requiring the 20th Congress to give an assurance first that it will
Accept.
it will pursue. In other words,
Hindi pa nagko-convince.
in other words, parang talagang binalik sa Kongreso para tapos sabi sa Kongreso na magkasundo muna kayo na itutuloy ba natin to o hindi. Pero nasa kanila na to begin with eh. It was already initiated and passed by the previous Congress eh. So parang back to square one. Parang back to the lower chamber.
That's very true po, no? Totoo po sa mga observation natin. Yan din po ang observation ko. But again, i-place natin sa context. Ibalik ba nila, tumuloy na po ang impeachment proceedings po eh. Sumumpa na, nag-of summons na, tapos na-convene na, nagka-discussion na ang mga senador. Nandiyan na po yung impeachment po eh.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, strictly speaking, Ed, kung tutusin, talagang unusual yon. Pero nandiyan na po yan eh. Nandiyan na po. They have voted 18-5 eh.
Yes, sir.
Natalo po yung 5 eh. So, simply issue certification. After all, they have the majority in the House. We certify, yes. The 20th Congress will agree to the continuation of the impeachment proceeding. I say continuation dahil nag-umpisa na po eh ang laro po sa basketball court.
Pero more to my point po, what if the 20th Congress, kasi nga nagbago yung political climate eh. And maraming nanalo ng mga pro Duterte in the last elections. Paano kung ang 20th Congress refuses to give a guarantee that it will pursue the impeachment? What happens then to the impeachment articles passed by the 19th?
Yeah, that is a big constitutional question, Ed. Problema po yan. In that case, kung sa tingin natin may grave abuse of discretion dyan ng ating Senado, kasi pwede sabihin natin whimsical, despotic, arrogant, etc., then bubukas pa ang Korte Suprema to entertain that petition.
Okay, that's a big question.
Pwede bang tumanggi?
Paano ko tumanggi 20th Congress?
Attorney, yung Senate sa 20th Congress, can they refuse to try? Kasi tuloy-tuloy na yan eh. Meron nga ng summons dun sa respondent. You gave her 10 days. I guess that's working days, no? 2 weeks. Para sumagot. So, sasampa na talaga siya sa July eh. Magkukondibi ng end of July pa yung 20th Congress. Paano ko yung pumasok na 20th Congress, Senate, sabihin ayaw namin mag-try. Can they do that?
Well, that is their option po, yung they can deny. But to me, it's a big constitutional issue. Kasi nga po malinaw po ang Korte Suprema, malinaw po ang ating historical narratives po dyan. Kung tatanggi po sila, talagang to me that will be whimsical and capricious. And it will open the floodgates to petitions sa Supreme Court. The Supreme Court has to come in on this issue. At pangalawa po, kailangan po na bantayan ng ating taong bayan ang issue ito. This has a political dimension. Napakahalaga po kasi political trial po eh. Ibig sabihin, mga senador at taong bayan involved sa proseso ito. I think that's the only way. as a check and balance.
Pero capricious lang ba siya, attorney, or unconstitutional? Yung pag-reject possible na pag-reject ng 20th Congress.
Pag sinabing whimsical, pag sinabing capricious, pag sinabing arbitrary, ibig sabihin po yan ay constitutional issue, constitutional issue. So therefore, the Supreme Court has no choice but to admit the case and subject to deliberations. In the meantime, the people has to come in. Tutulungan po natin kung ano po ang sa tingin natin tama sa impeachment case na ito.
Okay.
Attorney, kahit sino pwedeng mag-file niyan sa Supreme
Kahit
Court.
sino.
Pwede po. Ang
Taxpayer.
nakalagay po sa ating batas at sa Court Suprema, any
Yes.
taxpayer na may interest po sa kaso, lahat po may interest po Taxpayer po sila So any taxpayer suit, pwede po mag-file, taxpayer pwede po mag-file ng kaso po sa Korte Suprema.
Si Manny Mugato, hindi pwede. Hindi nagbabayad ng tax yun.
Hindi, tsaka baka tulog. Joke lang yan. Attorney, one more. Kagabi po, the House of Representatives passed a resolution 2346, certifying that the articles of impeachment that they passed are met constitutional standards. It's constitutional daw. Does that already, from your perspective, already answer the first order ng Senado? O ng Senate impeachment court?
Yes, sir. Yan po, isinagot na po ng ating mababang kapulungan that addresses the first issue.
Okay. So yung number 2 na lang. Yung
Number 2 na lang
Ang
po.
problema, attorney, masasagot ba yun ng 19th Congress yung tanong directed to the 20th? Apektado yung 20th Congress Can the 19th Congress speak for the 20th? Yung pangalawang question.
Congress, can they
the second order. The second order.
Paliwanag mo kung ano yung second.
Well, ang composition po ng House ngayon, I think they still have the majority yung favor sa impeachment.
Yeah.
So, they can certify na based on mabutuhan po sila. That's the only way. Mabutuhan po sila. And I think if they have spoken, malinaw po na 20th Congress issue that certification for the Senate to receive. Yan po nakikita ko.
Para mapabilis lang,
Opo.
Para mapabilis.
Mapabilis po ang proseso natin kasi nga sa akin po, nandun yung forthwith proceed po And then, at the same time, may forthwith proceed, political trial po So, political numbers game po ito. Kaya po, napakahalagang magmatsag po ang taong bayan sa proseso po ito.
For the benefit of our viewers, yung second order that we're referring to, ito yung utos ng Senate Impeachment Court na gusto niya ng assurance na ipupursu ng 20th Congress ang impeachment trial.
Yes.
Pero paglilinaw lamang po, ang hinihingi ba ng second order ng Senate Impeachment Court is an assurance from the 20th Congress or an assurance from the 19th Congress?
From the
20th
19th.
Congress. Kasi po, ang reading ng iba is an assurance from the 20th Congress that it will pursue. May ganung interpretation ng iba So, kanino assurance na hihingi?
Medyo premature na the 20th Congress.
Yes, from the 19th.
Certification or assurance. Wala pang 20th Congress po,
Oo nga po.
19th Congress pa lang po tayo
Oo nga po.
So, ang dapat po, sa tingin ko po, dapat po mag-certify itong present Congress. Ito ba ay tatawid sa 20th Congress? Again, numbers game. May bilang po sila to certify po Natatawid po
No, that's why I was asking the question kasi baka po but again I'm not sure. Baka ang ibig nila sabihin is hintayin natin ang 20th Congress mag-convene at saka sila magsa-certify, which is July 28.
Well, that's a possible interpretation na hintayin ang 20th Congress. But even without waiting for the 20th Congress, United Congress can already speak on the basis of numbers and those who favor the articles of impeachment.
Pero niremand nila sa 19th Congress.
Okay.
Kaya hindi
Komplikado.
very clear yun. Yung pag-remand ay sa 19th Congress.
Pero kasi if I remember the wording, an assurance by the 20th Congress parang ganoon ang wording ng motion So that's why I was wondering what it exactly meant
Yeah, honestly, hindi ko matandaan yung exact wording din kung anong nakalagay doon.
Kaya parang
But
akala ko baka
I think
suspend na
mali
natin.
naman sa Kongreso sa Senado and considering the immediacy, urgency ng kasong ito. Kung hihintayin yon, Eh, napakatagal yun. Dadagdag po sa delay po. I don't think yan po yung kanilang idea, but a certification from the present 19th Congress.
Okay. Ay, Tony, last question po. Ito po kasing medyo, I don't know if this is unusual from your end, pero basically, naglabas ng summons ang Senado to the Vice President to respond to the articles of impeachment. The same articles of impeachment that it has remanded to the lower chamber. I'm wondering how that works kasi you're asking a respondent to respond to articles that you also returned to sender. How does that work?
Maganda po ang tanong mo. Medyo na-complicate po eh. But to me, very leading po ito. No? From the positive angle po, very leading. The fact na nag-issue ng writ of summons to answer these 7 articles of impeachment, the fact na sila ay sumumpa, the fact na sila ay nagtoga, except for a few. But these are indicators na talagang itutuloy po ang articles ng impeachment nito against Sara Duterte.
So hindi siya Lazada. Hindi siya return to sender. No? Sa Lazada kasi pwede yun, tsaka sa Shopee. No?
Parang pinapatama mo yung barong ko, ha?
Ang sagot ng House, no return, no exchange.
Okay, may paano po.
Panghuli, attorney, sinasabi kasi nila, constitutional body sila pareho eh. At malinaw yung kanilang role. Yung isa is to impeach, yung isa is to convict at saka acquit. Parang it's nowhere, kung sakaling merong question sa infirmities ng impeachment, yung Supreme Court lang ang pwedeng magtanong doon. Not the Senate.
Not the Senate, but the Supreme Court. Dahil co-equal body po ito eh.
Yes.
Ito impeaching body, meaning filing the charges, isa trying. Na kung may banggaan po ito, ang dalawang itong co-equal body, the House, the upper house and the lower house, ang talang final arbiter on a constitutional issue is our Supreme Court.
Yeah.
Pero attorney, ang sabi rin ni SP Chis Escudero, hindi sila co-equal body at this point because one is the impeachment court, the other one is the prosecutor. How do we interpret that po?
They can order the lower house.
Sorry for complicating things, pero
how should we interpret that? Sabi niya, mag-comply na lang kayo kasi inutusan namin kayo.
Well, again, I beg to disagree with the Senate President. Walang court, walang impeachment na ginawa po ang House. Yan po yung bali na sa Constitution po eh. May kanya-kanyang papel ang dalawang bodies na ito. Hindi lang po ang impeachment court. May papel po ang House. That's why po sa hearing, sila po yung prosecutors po eh. Judges po yung Senate. So to me, in fairness to everyone, when this was crafted as a constitution with the two houses, co-equal po ang tingin po namin eh. Walang mas superior kaysa sa isa. As a matter of fact, nanalo po ang bicameral sa CONCON of 86. May only one vote. Isang boto lang po eh. Kung yung isang boto nagbago po yun, what we have is a unicameral form of government. Not a bicameral. Isang boto lang po. Kaya nanalo po ang Senado po.
Kaninong boto yun?
May nagbago po sa hindi ko po malaala po kung sino po ang nag-isip. So, isang boto lang po at natalo po. Kaya one vote makes a majority po eh. Napakaraming isang boto po.
Okay, sir. Attorney Rene Sarmiento from the 1987 Constitutional Commission. Sir, maraming salamat for joining us this afternoon.
Maraming salamat, Attorney. Happy Independence Day. Happy Independence Day.
And God bless po sa inyong tatlo.
Ingat po parati.
Thank you po.
You are watching Historical on One News. We just need to take a break. We'll be right back. We've got developing news and stories behind the headlines. Welcome back to Historicon, the Story Conference. I'm Ed Lingao, and of course, still with us, ang ating resident political heckler, Peter Rol Llamas, and ang ating editor-in-chief ng Philippine Star, si Ami Pamintuan, dyan sa Parañaque.
Ganda ng contrast nung dilaw at saka nung green, di ba? Ganda ng contrast ng damit niya.
Humabol ng kanyang fashion critique.
Di ba may contrast eh? Mahalaga yan, yung mga contrast.
Namiss ka na ni Ed eh. Ginagaya ka na eh.
Hindi ko ma-replicate yung fashion sense.
Hindi, parang politika. Dapat may contrast.
Di ba? Parang may balance of forces.
Parang puwersa ng kadiliman, puwersa ng kasamaan.
Parang may
Parang walang contrast doon. Parang pareho yun.
Black and black. Uy,
Sobrang tayo ng contrast, ano? Gulo-gulo na.
Amin, nakita mo yung kumakalat na video, yung umiikot na video na na yung behind the scenes dun sa gilian sa Senado the other night.
Yung ginagatungan ni Senator Joel, si Senator Amy.
Well, di umano. Ipakita natin yung video. Ito galing kay Diwang Pinoy. Sa Facebook page ni Diwang Pinoy.
Yesterday, and again, the subject, which was the subject of the approved motion yesterday, which is an offshoot of a question of privilege, which takes precedence over all motions. So I restate my motion, Mr. President, to momentarily suspend any action, whether interpellation or seconding speech, on the privileged speech of the good gentleman from Davao, para sa wakas, biglang daan yung inaprubahan natin motion kahapon na manumpa na po kami. I have the floor, Mr. President. I have the floor, Mr. President, to make way for taking of the oath before the presiding officers.
Ayan tuloy, nag-motion suspended tuloy. Medyo nag-viral itong video ito. I'm not sure kung sino may kuha pero it's behind the scenes look at yung nangyari nung nagpo-point of order. Nung una parang nagtuturuan sila kung sinong
pagpapatigil.
Oo.
Parang kinukuyog Parang merong conspiracy na wag pagsalitain.
May conspiracy.
Hindi. Sige, may kwan na lang. May plano.
It's interesting lang to look. It's not, well, to begin with, it's not illegal. I mean, this is
May sinabi ba tayo illegal?
Within the rights of our senator.
Pero dahil lang sa context, no, na meron kang minority na tumataliwas o humihiwalay doon sa majority. Yung majority ay gustong kontrolin yung narrative. Parang ganun yung nangyayari. Huwag mo nang pagsalitain dahil out of order Parang ganun yung mensahe. Ang sabi nung senadora, teka, I have the floor. No, hindi niyo ako pwedeng guluhin. I have the floor. Kaya ang ginawa ng Senate President, nag-call ng kwan.
Nag-suspend muna.
Nag-suspend.
Suspension.
Pero baka may relasyon din yan dun sa away. Allegedly between Robin Hood Padilla at saka Joel Villanueva.
Muntik daw magsuntukan.
Parang ang pinag-awayan doon kasi ay parang naniningil si Senator Robin Hood Padilla. Parang yun lang yung nabalitaan ko na parang, teka, ba't lumalabas ka sa kasunduan? Parang ganun no? Parang parang iba yung dating sa kanya nung sinasabi ni Joel Villanueva na parang meron silang parang meron silang pinagkasunduan
But the impression that most people got on that night na muntik na raw magsapakan yung dalawa
dahil came to blows. Meron din yung video
dahil daw hindi sila nagkakasundo doon sa posisyon.
Meron din yung video.
Pero yung sinasabi mo from your sources, yung sinasabi mo is hindi yun ang talaga pinagawayan.
Dahil hindi nga sila nagkakasundo. Akala ni Robin, hindi sila nagkakasundo ng posisyon. Kaya nga sinasabi niya, parang may pinag-usapan May pinag-usapan, may script Parang umaalis ka ron. Parang ganun yung singilan Kaya nagkapikunan. No? At yung mga nandun, baka naririnig yun Yung mga nandun, yung malalapit.
Puro ka baka Ito ba, baka talaga?
Dahil wala ako nun Wala ako
narinig.
nun Parang itong pinakita mong video, wala naman tayo ron, di ba? Yun yung By the way, nakita mo ba yun?
Yung panahon ng video kami.
Yun ang problema Pag nakuha ka, permanente na yan, di ba?
Cellphone camera.
Permanente na yan. Paano i-delay yan?
Cellphone camera
Actually, yung kuhang yan, may iba pang video of the same scene with more or less the same audio from different angles
meron ding blind item sa wala akong sinasabi may kinalaman dito yan Meron ding blind eye, batay doon sa sinasabi ni Ami, meron ding blind item na nabasa ako sa Bilyonaryo na parang nakunan din ang video yung tatlong politiko na namamakyaw ng mga mamahaling relos sa isang casino. Namamakyaw last week.
Sino?
Last week.
Sino yan?
Hindi ko nakita yon. Casino?
Sa isang namakyaw ng mga mamahaling mga relos, yung mga Rolex, yung mga Patek, yung mga ganyan. Tatlo sila.
Sabihin nyo nga sa akin kung anong diferensya ng mumurahing relos sa yung mamahaling relos.
Ay, syempre, kami, mamahalin ng relos namin eh. Galing Green Hills.
Talaga, sige nga.
Sure ka, hindi Lazada yan, ha?
Kaya wala namang oras yung makikita mo dyan.
Galing Green Hills. Ay lang walang return to sender. Hindi, walang walang remand.
Di ba pareho naman yung oras dun sa mumurahin sa mamahalin?
Kaya nga, pareho lang.
Okay,
Saka yung ibang
mabigat
mamahaling
yung-
relos, di susi
Yung bigat.
Yung ibang mamahalin, di susi.
Ginaganon pa,
Oh,
ginaganon.
dahil
Hindi
yung,
talaga,
dahil yung hindi
Kasi
mamahalin,
mas matagal
battery
daw
eh.
ang buhay nun eh.
Oh, battery kasi.
Mas matagal ang buhay niya kung ganong
Oo.
pwede siyang i-manual
Pero
winding.
inuulit ko,
Walang kinalaman yan.
kinalaman yan doon sa mga senador. No? At least akala ko walang kinalaman. No? Yung nabidyohan na 3 politiko na hindi ko sinasabing mga senador na nakitang namamakyaw. No? Doon sa...
Hindi ko pa nakikita yung video
Ako
mo.
rin, hindi ko pa nakita.
Hindi, basahin mo yung article. Basahin mo sa
Saan yan?
Bilyonaryo.
Oo.
Bilyonaryo. No? Doon sa...
Sige.
Wala namang mga blind item ang Philippine Star eh.
May column si Abby.
Didemanda kami.
Wala silang blind item. Hindi, wala namang bilanggit na tao eh. Kaya nga, sinasabi ko, walang kinalaman doon sa ating pinag-uusapan kanina.
Welcome to the era of cellphone cameras.
Oo nga.
Kung makunan ka, dahil
Yan ang
ginagawa mo
delikado. Baka yung sumunod, yung video mismo. Ngayon kasi article lang eh.
Sige, abangan natin yan.
Wala pang video. Okay.
Yung article
Kaya
lang.
Article
ganon.
lang. Article lang.
Pero malamang, yung nagsulat ng article, merong hawak na video.
Pwede.
Napanood niya.
Oo.
Iniisip pa. Iniisip
Hindi
pa
pa lang
kung paano
nilalabas.
madidemanda
Parang
siya o
ganon.
ano.
Tama. Pero kung ikaw
Ganon.
naman, kung ikaw ay hindi mademanda, wala kang kwentang journalist.
Pero kung public official yon you can eh. Pwede mo ilabas yun.
Public official eh.
Kung private person,
Public official.
baka i-invoke yung Privacy Act. Pero kung public official yon,
Ay,
pwede
hindi.
mong na human interest yan eh.
Public official.
Namimili ng
Public official. Public official. Hindi ko lang sigurado
Pwede yun.
hindi ko lang sigurado kung senador.
Ang dami niyang qualifiers, no?
Hindi ko lang sigurado. No? Pero public official.
With all the qualifiers, we will end the day, Independence
Marami
Day.
namang mayayaman sa Senate.
Ha? Sa Senate? Hindi. Puro mga mahihirap yun.
Ganun ba?
Mahirap kausap.
Okay, tama na.
Sabi na eh. May qualifier.
Hindi nga siya civil society kasi hindi siya civil.
Hindi. Magaling sila sa batas eh. Kaya hindi mo mahirap kausap. Ikaw, hindi ka naman learned. Kaya merong gap.
Sige, tama na. Okay. Sige, mag-goodbye na tayo. At tapos na ang Independence Day. Okay, maraming salamat for joining us this afternoon. Ami Pamintuan, Editor-in-Chief ng Philippine Star, and Tito Roal Llamas, our resident political maninilip. Maninilip na lang. Okay. Join us again tomorrow at 4 p.m. for Storycon. I'm Ed Lingao. We are One News, all sides, all the time.